Suspicious, but brilliant! I don't believe it! I swear I do not believe it! And they are back on terms!
Hello, everybody, and welcome to New York Talk. This is the Rotherham United podcast, and we have our Christmas special. Ben's made it just in time. Thank you for joining us, Ben, finally.
He's been drying his hair again.
No,
that's literally what he's been doing.
My camera didn't work.
Right. And you're slowing us down even more. Come on, mate. So this is our Christmas special, and I realise I forgot my Christmas hat. So I'm going to introduce everybody, and then I'm going to find it. So we have Mick, Ben, Danny, our standard guys, and we have a special guest for you today. We have Dan Barley's as Mam, Alison. How are you doing?
I'm all right. How are you?
Very, very good. Thank you very much. So it's Christmas, our Christmas episode. So let's start with Christmas. Alison, what does Christmas look like in your house?
Probably quite chaotic. We have 3 small babies, and obviously you all know we've got one on the way. So this year is going to be different for me because I'm actually going to my daughter's, but all the babies will be there. So it's different for me not cooking and not taking control. My daughter's husband's going to cook, and I've got to stay out the way. Oh yeah, quite chaotic. When there's a lot of kids, it always is chaotic. So we're like lovely family get-togethers. And then I said I don't want anything for Christmas, don't want any gifts. I just want to be able to go to the match on Boxing Day. Because I hate driving the distance. I normally get the train to Rotherham, but you can't get the train to Accrington. It's virtually impossible from Newcastle. So my husband's driving us. So that's my treat.
Is that your birthday present? Christmas present?
That's all I ask for, as long as I can get to the match.
Fair enough.
Yeah. For people outside who don't like football, asking to go to Christmas for Accrington sounds like a terrible Christmas present.
It's not. It's brilliant. It's really great because obviously you knew Dan done his first loan there. They're really warm, family orientated, like passionate club, and it's just got a really good feel to it. It's nice. Just a tight where you know the club. It's this football pitch in the middle of like a housing estate, which is I love. Yeah, I really like it. Good atmosphere.
Yeah, I think we're all looking forward to it. Everything, touch wood, everything's going in the right direction in it. So,
we're all looking forward to it. Look at that. There you go.
Definitely. Just the parking. You can't get a parking space.
Oh, it's a good job going on. What's into it?
3 hours before the parking.
It's a park in Blackburn.
Well, you need to set off at 8 then on Saturday, Sunday, whenever it is, whatever day it is. I don't know what day it is.
That's pretty much our Christmas. A chaotic day, kids, family, and then my treat to Accrington. And then see what happens from then, because nobody knows what's going to happen, do we?
Well, no, that's true. Very true.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, fingers crossed, touching all the wood we can find. Everything's going to be all right. Danny, I've never asked you this. What's your Christmas like? We're fairly new acquaintances. What's your Christmas going to be like?
Well, because my mum looks after me, my granddad more or less every day, apart from now she's got cold. He's basically going to involve us going over to his on Christmas Day. Having, as you can hear, she's not very well at the minute. But no, all being well, Christmas Day we head over to my granddad's, have a bite to eat. But our main celebration, if you like, is actually on Boxing Day, where we're getting my dad's mum, so my grandma, she's coming over as well. My dad's coming round. So our main celebration is actually on Boxing Day, which is great for me coming back from Accrington, having several beers, straight to the family Boxing Day celebration. So it should be very fun this year.
Brilliant. We'll come on to Nick and Ben later. I already know about that. I've lost interest.
Cheers, mate.
It's all right. Alison, tell us about being a footballer's mum. I think this is Rotherham first speaking to a Rotherham player's mum. I don't guess we've done that before.
The kids actually don't know that I'm doing it, and as we're speaking, they've put it on the family group chat, and they're all hysterical. I think it's hilarious that I'm doing it.
Brilliant.
Obviously, Dan's not at home anymore. He left home last year for he bought a house. So obviously got his girlfriend and they've got a baby on the way. So probably the first year that I haven't had him home, if you know what I mean. So that's a little bit strange, but you know, when the baby comes, that'll make up for it. But it's when he was younger, very, very busy. Because people don't realise what happens behind the scenes from 8-year-old, well, really probably younger, up to the higher levels. It's constant work on the parents' behalf just as much as the footballer. Thousands and thousands of miles driven by my husband. I never went to away matches. He used to travel, but both my parents are still alive, and your mother was ill, so I used to stay home and go maybe home matches. But my job was every morning driving through maybe an hour, 20 minutes traffic to get to Newcastle's training academy from when he was probably about 13, 14, until he left when he was. He got his proper contract, so probably 18. 17 because we made sure he got one next door neighbours a driving instructor, so he passed his test first time and got his car in a way because it was literally yes worth of 3-hour journey, an hour and a half there and an hour and a half back, and that's it's really not that far, but it was just sheer traffic. So a lot of work put in the background. Time. Football come first. Do you know what I mean? That came first. Love everything. So not a lot of people say, "Oh, footballers that they get it easy." They don't. It's probably been from when they were that young, and you've got to sacrifice, and they've got to sacrifice. So. If that's what you really want, that you've got to sacrifice things. But But now being a footballer's mum, I'm just probably more obsessed than I've ever been. Because my dad was one of his biggest fans, but he's not with us anymore. So I've made up where he left off, and my husband follows. But he gets a little bit. Sometimes he can't watch the match because he gets riled up. Not riled up. What do you call it? Like can't think of a word that you would say. But he thinks sometimes if he watches it, they're going to lose, so he doesn't watch it.
A bit superstitious about it.
Yeah, superstitious. But I'm like, I watch every move. And I particularly would rather be at the match, but not every match I can be there. And with COVID, obviously it's spoiled for everybody, but the iFollow, I love watching the iFollow because I can, just switch it onto the big TV, and it's like being, watching it on Sky. It's just a similar sort of situation, but I love it.
Good. We got I mentioned COVID. We were all together last year, weren't we? Just all together apart. It was really weird and strange and horrible.
Yeah, well, when COVID happened, Daniel didn't have his house then. It wasn't finished. So I had my brother-in-law that came to stay for 2 weeks holiday from Barcelona, got locked down, and he didn't get home for like 5 months. So there was me, his father, my brother-in-law, and Jade and Daniel locked down with us. And Dan had like one of these bikes that bit like Peloton, and it's a Peloton bike.
Yeah.
Not Peloton, something similar. So he had that constantly go because he had to do his training schedule on a daily basis to keep his fitness level. So I had that in the kitchen. and sometimes in the right in the center of lockdown, he was doing running, but in the dark. And obviously at the time there was nobody out and about. So his husband, his dad was following him around in the car because he didn't. Just, I don't know. I think it was probably because, safety. I don't know. Everyone thought, there's nobody about. You're not supposed to be. So he would drive round and he'd be doing his exercises.
This does not sound as glamorous as I thought it were going to be, to be honest.
Not. Nothing's glamorous, really. But yeah, it's a lot of sacrifice. People don't realise what you sacrifice behind like your time. Missing them, obviously his girlfriend misses him. We miss him as a family. The kids miss him. So you don't get a lot of like good quality time, but when you do, you make up for it. Like the kids are obsessed with him because he's got such a great nature with kids, and they just can't wait to see him when he's home. So yeah, it's a bit of everything, really. You just don't have to do the washing anymore.
Brilliant. A couple of comments. We've got Josh Smith says on Dan Barley's, it's a pleasure to watch him with Rathbone and Wiles in the midfield, possibly one of the best midfielders we've had in Josh's lifetime, my lifetime, as well.
That's lovely to hear. It's just brilliant to watch him progress because he's got like a bit. He's a bit. He was like my father. They've got the same star sign. It's like he's determined. He sets it in his mind, and he's determined, and he wants to get there. So it's like determination.
Yeah.
So
I'm happy as well. It seems so a great group of people.
Yeah. To tell you the truth, when I first came to Rotherham, I was a little bit, I don't know, I don't know, because obviously coming from Newcastle and then being at a smaller club like Accrington, and it was so small and friendly, I was a bit like, oh. Anyway, it took us a little while to get used to the Rotherham fans.
I get that.
No, I think the Newcastle fans can be quite, they're in your face, but Rotherham were a bit more. I don't know how to describe it, but it took us a while to warm to them. But once I did, I understood where they were coming from. But they're really good fans, really good fans. Yeah, it took us a little while to get used to them, but yeah, they're great fans, great fans.
I think that's a Yorkshire thing. Initially, everybody from Yorkshire's a bit, and then
I think that's what it was. It was a bit of the Yorkshire thing, and I was thinking, but Newcastle fans can be quite, where they can crucify them. Really, they can. You know what I mean? They've got that type of, but also as a whole, they're like massive. Do you know what I mean? They're chanting massive and everything. But at first, I just thought, I'm not sure. But then once I warmed to it and got more matches, I think they're great fans. Great following.
We've got Nevea, who has made up. She had a selfie with Dan. Let's just say how great he is with young fans.
Yeah.
It's part of the job. That's a great perk of a job to have to just be nice to people. You know what I mean? Great.
Yeah, but when he was at Newcastle, he used to say, Dan's a nice lad. He's too nice, but I don't think that's a fault. You cannot be too nice.
No.
That's a really good point. We had this, and I know I bang on about this, Matt, so sorry, but we had this sort of the back end of last season, beginning of this season, particularly on social media. I'm sure you saw it yourself, with some fans talking about Paul Warne and his good human beings quotes and all that sort of stuff. And it really pushed my buttons, because it's clear that, and we all know as people, when you're working, if you're working in an environment that you enjoy, that's nice, where people are reasonable people, you're far more productive, you're far more likely to develop, you're far better off.
Less ego, less of an ego.
absolutely. And that certainly seems to me what Paul Warne's done at Rotherham United.
Definitely.
So it can only be a good thing, can't it? I think anyway.
Well, he has a good following of the old ladies in the street from when he was little. Used to say, "Oh, we love Sam. Oh, we love Sam." He's got a lovely nature. He's got a caring nature, and he's got a he's also got a great sense of humour, which he gets from me. But he's got a lovely nature with people, young or old, and I think obviously old ladies fall for that. They're like, "Oh." But he actually is a nice lad. He's a nice lad, easy to get on with. I probably haven't even heard one person ever say anything other than Dan's a lovely lad. So you've got to be proud on that behalf. And for fans, that's what you're there for, the fans, aren't you?
Yeah, we seem to love it as well. The way he scored at weekend, the way he just is embracing everything is just amazing.
Yeah, unfortunately, I didn't see his passionate celebration with the fans because I was halfway down the away end celebrating.
Well, truthfully, it's a good job nobody watches us when I'm watching the match because it's. I get heated. Let's say I get heated.
Imagine that footballers' parents' goggle box. That's a brilliant idea.
No, I would be banned.
It would have been
a pound idea there, Danny.
It would have been great
to go back into lockdown again. There you go.
It'd be great to be a fly on wall when that penalty hit crossbar. That would have been something to see.
I think the thing with Dan is he was probably taught from a young age. If you make a mistake, you've just got to hold your head up and keep going. Don't take it in. Don't suck it in. Just keep going. And then the determination comes out then. If you lose the ball, get it back.
That's vital for him, isn't it? In the position that he plays, that's absolutely vital because in that position, he's going to lose the ball. It's inevitable. It's going to happen.
But don't let it get to you. Just get it back.
Yeah.
That's
something that seems to have improved massively in his game this season. We've mentioned it a few times on the podcast that his willingness and desire and aggression to get that ball back, to win that ball back, is massive this season. So it's a big improvement on last season, and that's just really put him at the top of his game at the moment.
Great to watch, though. It's great to watch.
Yeah. I've been watching Rotherham United a lot longer than these boys, as you could probably gather by looking at me, a young face. And there's been some really good midfielders over the years at Rotherham United. Some really, really good ones. A couple that stick out for me. Steve Thompson was a lad who played for us. I can't remember when. Don't ask me when. It's a while ago. But he was coming towards the back end of his career. But he was a similar player to Dan. He at the time was one of my favourite ever Rotherham United players. I thought he was fantastic, and he did exactly like I said. Played the same position, but he was coming to the end of his career. Dan's at the beginning of his, and he is just as good now, if not better than Steve Thompson was for me. It's just absolutely phenomenal. And
just
from
hear
Rotherham United,
I hear a lot of people say like he's got a different vision. He can see he can see what's happening before. He's three steps ahead, but probably he's always been a little bit like that. It's just that's your forte, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
I think one thing with Dan that puts him apart from different Rotherham midfielders who have appeared for us is Paul Warne's comment about him being a bit like our quarterback, which isn't really a position that you find in football. It's more of an NFL thing, as Ben will rightly know. But with Dan, it seems to be making that quarterback mantle his own thing, because normally with your CDMs and such, they're more of a defensive-minded midfielder. But with Dan, he's in that position, but he's an attacking midfielder. Yeah. And like you say, with his vision and such.
I'm so glad that they've given him the chance to use that attacking this season to attack, because that's what he's best at.
No, you're not kidding. You're not kidding.
We've taken over enough time, so I really appreciate you doing this. And you'll come back on in the future. Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure speaking to you.
Well,
I do have one question for you before we go. This is from my away days group on Facebook. Nina, the Derby fan, has asked, "Is it a cob or a bread cake?"
It's a bread bun.
Oh, it's a bread bun.
Oh, come on.
There you go.
Oh,
there you go, Nina.
Scotty cake. Scotty cake is a bigger bun. We eat
A bigger bread cake.
It's bread bun.
Bread bun. Bread bun. There you go, Nina.
Yeah,
It's close enough.
It's close
Bun
enough.
cake, it's the same thing, isn't it?
But I'm really enjoying getting the train. I love to come on the train. I get the train to Sheffield, and Dan picks us up, and I like it. It's like a little treat. I like it. Really like it.
I've got one as well.
What?
I've got one. Well, it's not a question actually. It's a message.
Is it going to be a statement?
No. Well, we spoke to Victor last night, and we asked him the question for you about the hat. Unfortunately, he says they've sold out, which he's really disappointed about. However, what he also did say was that he sent 10 of them back to Sweden. So that's probably why they've sold out.
That's why.
No, I think he said his dad stole them.
His dad was there last week or the week before, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He speaks the smallest bit of Swedish, and Victor knows that very, very small amount. So when I see him, I might get somebody to knit as one.
Yeah.
That's an idea.
I tell you what, if they can knit a few, you'll make a right packet on that because people are dying for them.
It's a great idea, though. Honestly, it's a great idea.
Absolutely.
Cracking lad.
Absolutely.
So thank you very much. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you as well. And
Yes, Merry
see you
Christmas.
at Accrington if you're going.
Yeah, absolutely.
Probably shouting. Okay, then.
Yeah, brilliant. Thank you very much.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Yes,
Bye. Thank you.
I've got a little story about bread cake. So it's like when I'm in London, I'm studying like sports or whatever, and it's about nutrition in my exam. Well, yeah, level 3 sport, and in my exam, doing about nutrition, and he said for his dinner, he had a white roll burger. And I didn't know what it meant. I had to ask, there's a kid from Bradford, and I had to ask him, "Is it a bread cake?" And they're like, "Yeah."
A white roll, but
A white roll burger.
like you say, to us, a bread roll is something completely different. You know, a bread roll is like an hot dog bun. But dear. But I'll let them off with a bread bun. That's close enough.
Buns and cakes, same thing, isn't it?
They've got bread in it, so it's fine.
I'm amazed that it's took this many episodes for us to have this conversation, to be honest with you. It's been 150 episodes. This is where we are.
We'll have to get Victor back on and ask him what he says it is.
Yeah.
We'll probably just say
call
it
it
should be
Sweden.
bread, but anyway. Yeah, that's an idea.
So let's go through some comments. And so, a bit more of a breakdown of how this episode's going to run. Like we spoke to Alison, which was brilliant for whatever it was. We are going to have a little bit of a preview of the Accrington game because that's what's happening. That's what we normally do. And then we're going to finish up with a Miller's-themed Christmas quiz, 25 questions or something like that, just to get you all in the festive spirit. And we'll keep the Christmas chat going as well. We'll keep going with some Christmas nonsense. You know what I mean? So we'll go through some comments, and then this will lead into some Christmas questions. Obviously, it's Tiny with us.
Right, Tiny.
Merry Christmas from Russ Vernon to me, Mick, Ben, Danny, and Alison.
Merry Christmas, Russ.
Where are we? Oh, I've got loads of comments in, everybody. Thank you very much. We've missed some questions here. So let's go back to the Christmas stuff. I'll stick with Tiny. I assume this means his favourite Christmas film, Home Alone 2. Mick, I know how much you are not a massive Christmas fan, so I am interested to find out what your Christmas film is.
I didn't realise this was part of the topic. I'm not prepared.
You don't need to prepare what your favourite Christmas film is, do you, really? You just know what it is.
Scrooged. Bill Murray, Scrooged. Love that film. Or Die Hard, obviously.
Die Hard.
I didn't know Mick was going to say Die Hard as a Christmas film.
Brilliant. Danny, where are you? Where are you sitting on the Christmas film scenario?
I'll say if I'm having a sit down watching a Christmas film with my mum, I'd say Elf because that's like our favourite one. But if I just want to watch one on my own, which is rare, but if the mood takes me, I'll probably watch The Grinch with Jim Carrey.
Yeah. The new ones are. My two little girls are into the new one with the animated one, and it's not terrible. It's not as good as the original, but it's not terrible. So if you have kids, I recommend the new Grinch.
I think if you want to watch the old Grinch, the older you get, the more you understand why he just wanted to live alone with his dog.
Yeah. No, exactly. The Life of a 9-Year-Old, Christmas with the Cranks for the Christmas film.
Yeah.
And best film is Home Alone. So she's gone Home Alone 1. Tiny went Home Alone 2. Arguments there.
Controversial.
The one thing I'll say about Tiny and Home Alone 2 is how can you lose your kid twice going on holiday at Christmas?
There's no excuse for that.
Who says it was an accident?
Yeah, well, I think if it wasn't an accident, social services need to be involved.
I've got a few more comments. If anybody's watching and wants to let us know, we would love to know. Philip Rowlandson, the best Christmas film is National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, which I know Mickey is a fan of as well.
Absolutely. Particularly that scene. that is absolute class.
Yeah. I'll go Elf. Ben, did I ask you yours?
No, I don't really have a Christmas film, to be honest. Not really much of a film guy.
You're making this difficult for a Christmas episode. Where's your hat? Where's your Christmas hat?
Where's Mick's? Yeah, exactly. Home Alone.
I'll tell you what.
First one.
I'm going to give you 50 seconds for you to find your hat.
No, I don't have one.
Well,
I don't have one.
You're going to find one. We spoke to Victor on Tuesday night, and I've badly edited together a little trailer for you of what to expect. This will be out on Boxing Day morning on Victor. So here's a little taster of what you can expect. Ben, go find a hat.
I played 7-a-side, 5-a-side and 7-a-side in Sweden. My dad put me as like a centre half and a striker. Because he was a goalkeeper as well at the time. Well, he wanted me to know how they think about the game. You know, how a centre half think, how a striker would think. And I think that helped me massively, to be honest. Yeah, I always playing the centre half. Woody can say that. Yeah, I always playing the centre half.
Yeah,
that's just for banter as well, though, because they get wind up. I think they get more wind up than us. Knew it was going to be painful, and it was quite painful. But then it makes you feel alive as well, so you kind of like it. But then, so it's a bit weird. You know, it's nothing better when you stand in the shower after the game and it's so sore, like you don't want to get water on it. You just stand there, I want bent downs at this one. I think I want bent downs.
I'd Victor giving Ben a bit of grief. I really enjoyed that.
Oh, just in time, Ben.
Yeah, Victor, an absolute top bloke for doing that. There's some interesting stuff. He managed to answer Mick's question about Gavin Ward without getting himself a 10-match ban.
I thought I phrased it really well. I thought I was quite subtle with it. I didn't ask him if he wanted to punch him. But, you know.
Yeah, so that's out. That way out Boxing Day morning for everybody. So when you're driving to Accrington or on the coach to Accrington, that's 48 minutes of your life, which will be improved upon because it is fantastic for Victor. And a shout out to he said he might be watching tonight. So if you are listening, watching Victor, hello. We should mention how much of a legend was. He stopped on afterwards and talked to us about Ben's NFL and things like that. A top guy.
Yeah.
Top guy. Shall we? I know this has been a bit weird because we're 30 minutes in. Should we talk about football?
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah, not a bad idea.
Next time, Ben's got a Christmas hat. It's killed Christmas spirit. We haven't acknowledged that Ben's back. Ben, it's a pleasure to have you back with us. This is the first proper episode that we'll be out with you. Give us from your point of view, obviously in London, so you haven't been watching as many games as possible because you're not available. Yeah. But it's been amazing. It's been amazing, hasn't it, the last couple of months?
Yeah, I mean, I've obviously been keeping track of the scores and that, and we've been winning. I mean, there were a couple of games where I were like, "Oh, that's be easy," and we drew 0-0. What was it? Who was it?
Oxford.
We drew.
Oxford.
Might have been Oxford.
Yeah.
We drew. I was like, oh, must have played badly, but and then we win teams that I don't expect us to. Yeah, it's been weird not seeing us lose. If that sounds.
Yeah.
We've never really had an unbeaten run. We had one obviously under Evans, but we went from like January to playoffs without losing or whatever. March.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've never really seen us go this long. Obviously, that's why it's a record, but it's fun.
It's very fun.
It's fun.
It is very, very fun. And now we play. This is not the last team we haven't played. We still haven't played Shrewsbury yet, but one of the few teams we haven't played yet, Mick. But we know what to expect from Accrington. They're going to. It's much like Burton, very much like Burton.
Yeah,
they're going to work hard. They're going to work hard for every single point. They've got bits of quality in there as well. Maybe not as much as Burton, but they're still going to have it. And if you go to their place, you know you've got to work hard to get 3 points.
Yeah, absolutely. I know we say this a bit. Or I say it certainly just at the beginning before every game. You know that it's going to be a tough game, but it is. You know, we know that, and it came to mind then, and it nearly came out. I was going to say they're a big, strong, physical side.
Oh,
and
you better than that.
Yeah, I was nearly a little bit sick in my mouth when I thought about it. But they are a good side. They are a strong side. You know, and we're going to have to be at the top of our game again. I'm a bit like a broken record, aren't I, when you ask me about this? But it's right. You know.
Yeah.
This is not going to be a pushover just because they're not pushing for the playoffs or whatever. That does not make them a bad side. And you know, it's John Coleman. He gets his teams very, very well organised. So it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough, mate. But it's a Boxing Day away day, and it's a Boxing Day away day to Accrington. It's like heaven but door shut, isn't it? It's going to be fantastic.
Yeah. I think when we played them, me and Danny were the only two that went to the what's it called? Carabao Cup game. And they physically dominated us, didn't they, in that game? They weren't better at football than us, but they bullied Reg, didn't they, on that night? I wonder if we're going to see the same sort of thing. You'd assume we're going to see a similar sort of thing.
Yeah, I think so. I think we've also took a lesson from that game as well, because we weren't really. I mean, we gelled, but we weren't like this level of gelled that we are at now against Accrington. Reg has improved leaps and bounds since that game, and we will be putting out arguably our strongest 11. Like, I know it's a cup game, so we had the changed 11, but we should come on very strong against Accrington. But it should be a very good festive fixture. Two strong physical sides battling it out, trying to beat each other, and it's more or less a sellout from what I understand. Their chairman said that there's no reason at the minute that they should be calling the game off. It all looks good in Accrington's camp. Paul Davis has said it's all good in our camp from today. So yeah, bring it on.
I hate to be. I mean, I'm obviously not old-fashioned, but it's going to be a proper football game, an actual football game, not modern football. It's actually a proper football game where people where there's actually a contact sport. Hopefully,
I just hope the referees understands that and doesn't blow his whistle every 2 seconds.
Yeah.
The referee has been announced, and I have checked, but I didn't make a note of it. There was so much Christmas stuff going off. I've not made a note of it. So, sorry. We'll find out.
We can be safe in the knowledge. We can be safe in the knowledge that it's not going to be Gavin Ward and it's not going to be Trevor Kettle.
It's Andrew Kitchen.
That's true. That's true. So I'm going to show you because I promised you special guests tonight. I promised you all special guests. I didn't expect this one. So Dan's when we're still with us, so I'm going to be Alison back in. Hello. I'm also going to bring in Dan Barlaser.
Hey.
Can you hear me, lads?
Yeah, all good.
You all right?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, we're good.
Never expected this, did you, son?
Yeah, I know.
Bit of a shock, I'll be honest.
I've been shopping.
Is it Christmas shop time here?
Yeah. I'm scrambling now. I've done it all, but it's a tough day. But I heard my mum spoke well. My girlfriend said she did, so that's good.
That's glowing praise.
She didn't embarrass you too much.
No,
Good,
I didn't.
good.
I was good.
Oh, brilliant.
Go on then,
I'm a player. Bloody hell, it's a George
my own.
Pirlo.
Bloody hell.
Come on, then, what you've been talking about? Go on, Anna. So go on.
We're talking about Christmas.
Questions?
What's your Christmas day going to be?
Thankfully, we get the day off. So I'll travel down to see the family. We're going to my sisters, I think, aren't we?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'll spend the day with the family, have Christmas dinner and the presents and that, and then I'll come back up home for the Boxing Day match. But I have to just be careful with what I eat. Because if I eat too much crap, I could be crap on the Boxing Day game. So I don't want to do that.
Just stick to, just don't eat any sweets.
Yeah, I'll be all right. But yeah, that's it.
Have they given you some time off run up to Christmas then, Dan? Has it been sort of back in training and back as normal, really?
We've got a couple of days off after the Cambridge game because we didn't obviously have the Tuesday game. But other than that, it's been Saturday, Tuesday. So it was really good to get a rest in the legs, to be fair. So we should be fresh and ready to go for the weekend. But what a little bit of a tough day today. First day back, and we had to do a bit of running, so that wasn't nice.
You say a bit?
Yeah, well, a lot, yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine. God.
Yeah.
So, bear in mind, you've obviously got this Christmas period coming up. It's obviously like, I don't know, what is it, three games in 7 days, is it? It will be, won't it? Boxing Day and then Wednesday and then the following Saturday for the FA Cup game.
Yeah.
It's are you going to be getting a rest at all?
Well, I don't want to be rest. I want to play every game, to be fair. So,
yeah.
I think a couple of lads might, especially if they're FA Cup game, they might change the team a little bit. But we want to win that game as well. We want to keep the momentum going. So, whoever plays, we've got a really strong squad anyway. So, we're looking to win every game. But we've had the rest now. That last couple of days, so it's back to business now.
So, that's your mid-season break, is it? 2 days away. That's it.
Yeah,
you're done now, mate.
2 days back home. Yeah.
Wow. And here's us complaining. We complain when we get a weekend off and every week, and you don't, do you? I mean, wild. But then I'm a gimmer anyway. I'm old, so it doesn't matter to me.
We'll get a long summer off, but yeah.
You get a few weeks off, and you get drilled for how many weeks in pre-season, though?
yeah, good 3 weeks. So, but it's worth it, man. It's all worth it.
Yeah, Warney seems to know how to punish you for those 2 or 3 weeks off, doesn't he? Obviously, this is what you're getting because you've had 2 weeks off. Come across to Bulgaria or Hungary or wherever it is and run up these mountains.
Yeah, that was nice. That was up at what had to be in reception for 7 a.m. And then they said we were going to go on a 5k run, and it ended up being like 6.5, 7k up a hill, which was disgusting. that was every day, that run. One day, wow. I was rooming with Tio as well, and he said his hamstring hurt, so he would always go on the bike and out to run. So whoever you roomed with, one of them would go on the bike, and then the other one would run. So I had to run nearly every day.
Well, how does it compare to the training regime? How does it compare to Newcastle? Is it? Are there any similarities or not?
Newcastle one's very easy.
Newcastle one. Take any notice of me shaking my head.
The Newcastle one was. What was that? That was it was like box to box runs, so it was very like in football in terms it was very easy runs, and then you would do one hard run, the mile run, and that was it. After that, it was just football based. But at Rotherham, it's a lot of running, a lot of running with the ball as well. He's very good at putting that in disguise, running with the ball. But if you look in the long term and the way where we are this season, to the latter stages of games, it's worth it, isn't it? Because I think we're fitting than most teams, especially in the last 20-30 minutes. We tend to smash teams up in them type of times. So it's good to be that fit.
Yeah, absolutely. Go on, Matt. What are you going to say? Have you got some?
I was going to return to some silly questions, if that's all right.
All right, no, that's fine. I thought I might have some football questions, but
can I ask one football question before the silly ones?
Go on, then.
How special was it playing against Sunderland and thrapping them 5-1?
Oh, unbelievable! Our sponsor me pub team back home, me local pub team on a Sunday. And we've got about eight Sunderland fans there, and I got them tickets in the way, didn't I? That's why I did that celebration, because one of my mates I knew was sitting in that corner and he had given Fergie grief. So that's when me and Fergie ran over. But it was a great scoreline as well, because if you look at Newcastle's one of Newcastle's biggest wins against Sunderland was obviously 5-1. So it wasn't a bad scoreline to have, to be fair. I'd take it again away.
Yeah.
I think it's Rotherham's biggest ever scoreline against Sunderland as well, if memory serves.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Yeah, that was my question. But one of the best things about the game was when Icky scored that goal, nobody watched Icky celebrating, just saw you run straight past Sunderland fans. One of the best things of the game, it was quality.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
It was great. Great.
Back to Christmas stuff. We've had the Christmas films. Do we have a favourite Christmas film, Dan?
Elf.
Yes.
Elf's a popular one.
The Grinch.
Will Ferrell's up there with the best comedy actor, I think. So it's got to be Elf.
Grinch.
Grinch is good.
Well, Grinch is good. Yeah, to be fair. I watched Home Alone the other day with my girlfriend. It's a classic, but I think it's a bit boring.
Yeah,
I think it's hard when you get older as well, you know.
Yeah,
when you
it
watch
definitely is.
Polar Express is a good one as well, but I think when I look back, it is quite scary for little ones.
It is a bit weird. These kids get picked up by a bloke with a train and taken to North Pole. But when you break these things down, they're all a bit weird.
That sounds a bit dodgy, that, mate. I'll be honest.
It's Tom Hanks.
Sound quite right,
can't we? We can trust him.
That's what they all said.
Oh God, Nick, come on.
I'm sorry. I said that out loud, didn't I? I'm sorry.
You just said it out loud, yeah.
Oh, yeah, Love Actually. Love Actually is a good one. You seen that?
I've never seen that.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Is that a Christmas film?
It's too Americanized, really, isn't it? It's too.
No, I think it's a good. To be fair, I had a little cry at that one. It's a good one. That one.
Did you?
Yeah. It's good.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Staying with Christmas. Let's stay with Christmas, shall we? Is there your mum's here, Dan. Is there a standout Christmas memory? I know every year we get millions of presents, but is there anything that stands out for you?
Yeah, the snooker table. I got very excited. I don't know if it was 2:00 in the morning. I ran down. I seen my mum and my dad putting up the snooker table, and that's when I found out. If there's any kids watching.
It was your.
There might be some kids watching, so yeah.
It was your nan and granda who bought you that. The big snooker table or the little one?
The big one. No, that was that ping pong table, wasn't it?
Oh yeah. Diamonds an all-round sports. Table tennis, snooker, golf.
Yeah, I love golf.
Are you one of them, are you, Dan? You're one of them that you're good at everything.
To be fair, I'd back myself in them three's name, like snooker, ping pong, and golf. I'll back myself. Anything else, I'm quite poor, but especially golf. I'm right into golf.
Yeah, he's crazy golf.
Yeah. To be fair, a couple of lads are.
It's a theme with sports. We spoke to Victor last night, and he told us some sports he were in. I didn't understand all of them, but he was in quite a lot of sports when he was a kid.
He's a very good golfer, Vic.
Is he?
Dan,
he's got a great-
when he was, how old were you? He won Sportsman of the Year. It was like for the area. It was like wasn't the county, I think it was the Northeast, something like that. Got quite a big award, didn't you? At school.
Oh, was that? I can remember Chris.
Because we used to just say, right, whatever's going, just put Dan in because we know he's going to win. We've got nobody for tennis, right? Just put him in. He's played that. Just put him in. I think you're born with that ability to be a sportsman. His father was a sportsman. He was a volleyball and basketball player for Galatasaray in Turkey. And then he got into football, but also he was Dan's manager when he was when he was growing up. He was Dan's manager at the local team.
Yeah.
So now we've got two grandsons here, and one's looking like a footballer already, isn't he, Oliver?
Yeah, Ollie's nailed on.
And
to be a
then
footballer,
obviously Dan's expecting a boy, so we're hoping that's going to be no doubt there's another one. So some up and come. My husband can't wait to go back to the management.
I bet.
We have another Christmas question. Nevaeh, life of 9-year-old, favourite Christmas song. Mick, I'm going to start with you because I know you love Christmas, and I've already mentioned how miserable you are. I bet you don't have a favourite Christmas song, Mick.
I bet you I do.
Oh,
I bet you I do.
Oh,
And I'll
you
tell
do.
you now, I bet you it's probably in my top 10 songs of all time. It's got to be Fairy Tale of New York, hasn't it? I mean,
Correct
it is,
answer. Well done.
without doubt, the only answer to that question.
okay. Dan, any advances on that?
To be fair, lads, that's what I'm saying. I'm not really a Christmas songs.
Mariah Carey.
A classic.
What last Christmas? That's a classic.
Oh
Stone
yeah,
Cold
that's
Last
my
Christmas.
favourite. Yeah, George Michael. Wham.
Yeah, I think I don't know.
Yeah.
Just last
Yeah.
Christmas. That's the one.
Last Christmas. Yeah,
That's the one I know that.
George Michael. Yeah, that's probably my favourite as well.
Yeah.
So I've got a message from Dan's girlfriend.
Okay.
It says, could you tell them how to pronounce Barlasa?
This should have been the first question I asked both of you.
It should.
It's not bar laser. Everybody says laser. Or lassa.
Well, that's it.
Right.
Barlassa, right.
Well, that's they've sorted that.
So does that.
Commentary now, so I'll make a note on that.
Again, we had to speak Victor last night.
There's no Z in it. There's no Z in it. It's an S.
She loves talking, doesn't she? She loves talking.
Brilliant. Ben, Christmas song. Come on. Get in the spirit, man.
The Mariah Carey one, probably.
You know its name.
All I want for Christmas.
Yeah. I don't know what it's called.
She's just told you, mate.
Is it Last Christmas?
All
No,
I want
that's Wham. All I want for Christmas.
All I Want for Christmas. Yeah. That one.
The one that's on in Meadowhall all the time.
Yeah.
It might have been on there. I've just been in Meadowhall. To be fair, there wasn't any. There wasn't any Christmas songs on. To be fair.
Wasn't there?
Ah, no. I'm
I'd
going.
say,
I'm off
Mum,
to
Well,
Meadowhall.
Meadowhall's gone downhill since you work there. There's no Christmas songs on now.
No balls.
She says there's no bears either. Yeah, just for context, my mum used to work at Meadowhall when it first opened back in 1990. Yeah, and it were a lot better back then. They used to have performers and bears and Christmas songs and all sorts. The Oasis were a lot better as well, apparently.
Yeah.
To be fair,
Go on.
Who was speaking?
I don't have a clue. Might have been.
Nevaeh says if you score on the 29th, you can be top of her Christmas tree. I mean, that's after Christmas. Is that still worthy?
She's got Freddie Ladapo up there at the moment. So.
She has got Freddie up there at the minute. She would knock Freddie off if she scored.
I wouldn't mind. Who were playing on the 29th?
It's Lincoln. Isn't it?
Away.
No, home.
No, them away. Lincoln, yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Well, I think, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that I know. Talking about going back to football for a sec, if you don't mind, Matt. That's something that you've added to your game over these last few, certainly last few games. How does that feel? I mean, that's a stupid question, I guess, but you know, it's something that has been missing for a while, isn't it? You know.
Yeah. To be fair, especially when you play CDM, it's either, for me, it was either penalties or I've got to score a decent goal from the edge of the box. Because if you're not an advanced midfielder, you're not really going to be getting in them positions a lot in the game. So when they come, you've got to try and do your best. To be fair, in the last couple of games, especially the penalties and the ones from the edge of the box, I've been getting there, but it's been in the second half. Like I said, when teams have been tired, we've been able to break. So hopefully, I can get a couple more doing that on the break. Yeah, I'll back myself usually when it's on the edge of the box. But it's good.
Do you want? I don't know whether you're allowed to do this. You want to talk us through your penalty routine because we.
Yeah. Well, the second one against Gillingham was just don't know what. Well, I usually just smack it down the middle, but now they'll be thinking. I still think they'll dive, even though that now I've missed one down the middle. I still think they'll dive.
Yeah.
I just think they'll. Unless it was a penalty shootout, I think they would dive all the time because I always speak to the goalkeepers about it, like Vic and Josh, and they would say unless it was a penalty shootout, they would probably still dive because they would think it'd be going somewhere else then. But we'll see what happens when the next one comes. But it's just if you hit it with power, 9 times out of 10 it's going in anyways. I think.
Yeah. To be fair, that crossbar probably saved Gillingham goalkeeper a bad injury because if that had hit him, he'd have ended up in the north stand. Poor lad.
Last question from the comments for now is it's Nevaeh's mum, who is a young footballer. She has been moved from striker to a midfielder. What advice can you give her?
Oh, striker as well. To be fair, I did that. You know, when I was younger, I was striker.
Winger.
And then I actually went to right back. Actually, that's where I got my professional at Newcastle. I was playing right back. And I wasn't a bad right back, to be fair. But if you want to be a midfielder, you've just got to make sure the number one is that you can handle the ball well. That would be my... And always practice with both feet. That's what I would say as well. But just try and be as best as you can at handling the ball in tight situations, and you'll be all right. But you've got to enjoy it. That's the main thing as well when you're young.
Yeah. Yeah. Unsurprising, that's exactly what Victor said last night. Just enjoy it. As long as you're not enjoying it, you're doing it wrong, aren't you? Really, at that age.
Yeah.
Well, Dan used to, from being very, very small, even in the snow, in the back garden with his ball. Practice. Nobody was telling him to do it. He would never come in. He just wanted to kick the ball, keep you up, practice, and it would get dark and it was snowing, and he would still.
His dad sent us. I used to go to a thing called Brazilian soccer school as well. I don't know if you've heard of them before. It was like once or twice a week. Yeah, so you would. It was good as well because it got you like me touch and me weaker foot much better. But yeah, it was really good, the futsal thing, because I learned a lot of things there with how to manipulate the ball and ways to strike the ball. But I would recommend.
You've just got to love it. You've got to love it.
Yeah, futsal were great when I played it at college with Rotherham United. We used to go into Sheffield and play on their basketball courts. And I remember once I got absolutely wiped out by this lad from Huddersfield's team, and gave me the free kick. And you know when you're in that mindset and you think, I'm just going to hit this and see what happens. And I hit it, and it pinged off the top corner of the crossbar of the goal, and I was so unhappy about it. It's like, I don't know, I don't know, it just irritated me for the rest of the game, but we won, so it doesn't matter really. And he got booked as well for his foul. So
Did you get him back? Did you foul him back?
You shouldn't be snapping.
No.
You shouldn't be snapping your futsal.
No, I didn't get him back. I'm a nice person. We just outplayed them. That's what you do.
Right, well.
Yeah, exactly what you do.
Brilliant. We have a Christmas quiz. Would you two like to stay for some of the Christmas quiz?
Yeah, go on. Then I'll do a couple of questions and I'll head off home.
Same here.
I will do the anagram round. We'll keep it for the anagram round because one of these fits. Bear with me a second. So everybody who's playing the full part, make sure you pens and paper ready. We're playing the honesty rule. So if you tell us you've got them all right, we are going to take your word for it, which is probably not a good thing. But there is no prize.
I'm all right.
So I need paper.
So bear with me because I apparently haven't saved the anagram round. So bear with me a second.
We're right professionals, aren't we?
I tell you what, mate.
There's a reason nobody pays us for this, you know.
One of those podcast awards is coming our way, isn't it? It's got our name written on it already.
Yeah. So here we go for the anagram round. For the audio listeners, I will read them out for you. Anybody's watching, you should be able to see the anagrams on the screen. So the first one is arsed ballerina, which is my favourite.
Ballerina.
Wow.
These anagrams are current Rotherham staff, players or staff. I should have said that at the start, I didn't.
Right.
So arsed ballerina.
Rotherham staff.
Wait,
Player.
is that not Daniel Ballas? No. No.
How was that Daniel Ballas, man?
It is. It's Daniel Ballas.
Is it?
Yes. Am I right?
You are right, yes.
Yeah. I like that. Horse ballerina, I like that. Brilliant.
Your second one is line webs. I best get the answers up. Yeah. The next one is unreal paw.
Paul Warren.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah, you're on fire, yeah.
Your last one is a very long one. Ransomer redemanding.
Reg Edmonds Green.
Yes.
Line webs.
Line webs.
You say Staffer in this as well?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, I'm sick as Paul Warren's in that one.
Ooh, yeah,
Stumped everybody. This one.
that one is, yeah.
Oh, the people at Kimmy Park told me to wave. Hello, everybody. Hope you're enjoying the quiz so far.
Did they not answer? Oh, yeah. Nirvana's got it. Obviously.
What is it?
Ben Wiles.
Oh.
I was going to say that. Just when I sneezed.
There we go.
I'm ready to shoot off. I've got to do some Christmas wrapping done.
Brilliant.
For me, I've got to do Christmas wrapping as well, to be fair, but
I can wait to
I'll stop for a little chat while you go.
Okay, then I'm going to go.
Right, okay.
Lovely to have a chat. See you later.
Thanks, Alison. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, Alison.
Cheers.
How do you...
At the bottom, if you can leave studio.
There's no technology.
Hey.
There we go.
There we go.
Bless her. Bless her.
This is amazing coming on, Dan. I really appreciate it. We were, as you can tell, we're unprepared.
I know, it's
for a normal
no
podcast. And when you pop up, we're even more unprepared.
I'll come on for another time when you're prepared if you want. No worries.
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
I'm down here by myself anyway, so I've got nothing else to do, have I? Other than play PlayStation.
Well, you could join us in our preview of Accrington on Sunday. Then, what day is it? When is it? Is it Saturday or is it Sunday? I don't know.
Sunday.
Anyway,
Sunday.
Have we covered, because we haven't really covered that yet, have we? We started to cover it, and then
the problem is that I don't think Dan can give us anything, because if we ask Dan, who do you think is going to start on Sunday?
Well,
Yeah,
I've just got a team sheet ready.
I can't tell you that, can I? I don't even. we won't even know the team until the day before. Anyways, that's what we usually do.
Yeah.
Well, I can ask, what do you expect from Accrington? Obviously, you played there a couple of years ago. They're a smaller club, but a great club. What are you expecting from them on Sunday?
Well, they've got bigger since I was there, because when I was there, it was more the philosophy of trying to be a better possession-based team than other people. When I was there, and it was kind of just they wanted to stay up when I was there, and I really enjoyed my time. That's probably why it was a bit more freer, because we didn't really have any pressure on where we needed to finish. But I think obviously they had a really good season last year, and then nearly got snuck in the playoffs, and they'll be wanting to do the same again. To be fair, John Coleman's always got his team bang on. To be fair, and I think especially this way when they've added some massive players. That Pell who's came in. He's a big lad, and he can score goals from long distance as well. That's a thing that we need to look out for, because they've got a couple of good technically gifted players who can shoot from distance. So we need to be careful of that. But I think the game really, we just need to think about ourselves and what we need to do to win the game. And I think if we're all right at it, I think we should be winning the game like any other game.
I assume at minute, bearing in mind the run we're on, you just feel like you can almost take on the world. The confidence must be absolutely sky high.
Definitely. It's like you say, you just want to, especially when you get in that rhythm of winning. It's a really good habit to have, isn't it? Just winning and not losing games. And I think if we can do that until the end of the season, that'll be unbelievable. But obviously, it's gonna. Well, fingers crossed it doesn't come to an end. But when it does, we just need to keep the mindset that we've got at the minute.
Yeah.
I mean, if it does come to an end, that's a crucial time, isn't it? You know, if we do end up losing a game by a goal or whatever, however that defeat arrives, if it does arrive, the next game after that is going to be crucial.
Yeah, I totally agree. Obviously, hopefully it doesn't happen, but it's a very tough league in football, isn't it? So it might happen, but like you said, if it does happen, you've just got to bounce back. That's why it's good to play Saturday, Tuesday, because you've always got another game to put things right. So it's really good, but hopefully it doesn't come to an end.
Hopefully. I'll do my stats section, which Mick loves. We've only ever lost to Accrington once in the league, and that was back in 2010. Really good, really good record against Accrington. Last time we always lost them this season, didn't we, in the cup? But the last time we played at Accrington was I think it was our last win before lockdown, which was Ben Wiles' very, very late header.
Great.
That was brilliant.
Well, it's a very tough place to go. People underestimate playing away in League One against these lesser teams. Would you say? Because it's their home ground, isn't it? So they want to be solid as a rock, especially when the league leaders are coming. They want to try and perform to put themselves in the shop window or maybe catch the gaffer's eye. So it's really tough playing against teams who are below you. So we'll have to be right at it if we want to win.
100%. Would you like another round of quizzes?
Yeah, go on then.
Another round if you like.
Can I ask a question before we carry on with the quiz? This is a question to Dan, if possible.
No worries.
Yeah, so this is from...
I'll shoot off after this question as well, if that's all right, lads.
No worries, mate.
Yeah,
okay. So this is from one of the guys, Will Daniels from the Tivoli View. He's asked about Mr. Trevor Kettle disallowing a goal against Wimbledon whilst you were playing for Accrington. They're just wondering what it was like coming up against him on Saturday and then having a goal that stood whilst he was the referee.
Wimbledon against Accrington, I can't... Oh.
Was that the one that he blew when it was in the air?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I don't know if I was there, but I can remember the lads going on about that. I remember Billy Key, I think, had volleyed the ball, then he blew the whistle. Yeah. Just after he volleyed the ball, but it went in. And obviously, the staff and the players were kicking off. I just think... I don't really like slating refs because it's a really hard job, you know.
Yeah.
Especially when we're playing, because the way we counter, especially like Chio running the other day, any referee trying to keep up with play with him, they're going to struggle, aren't they? Bless them. So I just think it's a really tough job to have. But I'm happy he let the goal stand, because he blew the whistle after for some reason. I remember lads were celebrating. Because I looked back to that actually when I watched my clips and everyone stopped. So I thought for a second he was going to disallow it, but
Yeah.
Luckily it went well. It was a fine goal, wasn't it? But I think his main mistake in that game, I think the challenge on Victor's a red card.
Yeah. I thought that at the time. What I will say is we all backtracked. We all said that at the time, and then when watched it back, Danny's got on our match day vlog. Danny does a match day vlog, and he sat at the opposite end where you celebrated, so the same stand at the opposite end. And if you slow it down, it probably is a yellow card.
Right,
Probably.
but like in the moment, it looks like the red.
Yeah, it's probably an orange. There's been going to have 2 challenges. Probably orange, haven't they? It's somewhere in between, but it's probably a hard yellow. Probably.
Yeah. To be fair, though, you would probably say the same with our strikers, or wouldn't you? If the ball's there to be nicked off the keeper.
It's a good. I think it's a good rule of thumb, isn't it?
Yeah. But did he tell you about his chest? He's got a big mark on his chest. Did he tell you that?
Yes.
Yeah.
So he's still struggling to sleep on it.
Do you mind? I couldn't be a goalkeeper, man. Couldn't. He had one. He had one against Barnes. You remember when he got elbowed? He just always gets smashed. Vic. Josh is the same. I don't know how to do it.
He loves it. He was telling us last night.
There's a little extra.
Oh, he loves pain.
Yeah.
What a guy.
It's something on the lines of when you get in shower and the water just trickles over and it burns. He just loves it. It's just typical keeper madness.
I do have this horrible picture in my head of him just like washing it in the shower and he's just laughing because it hurts.
Yeah.
You know, a really sadistic image.
Oh dear.
Oh,
yeah. Good man.
Brilliant.
Absolutely.
I will let you get off and do some rapping then, Dan. I really appreciate you coming on, and if you can, we'll message you and we'll set some up to come on.
Yeah, no, when we've got more bit more time, I'll come on definitely. Yeah. But I'm always free, mate, to just give us a message. But I'll hopefully see you at the Accrington game.
Yeah, definitely.
Right, okay. Have a great Christmas, chaps.
And you,
you too.
Thank you.
See you later. Bye.
Bye. Well, that was a nice surprise, wasn't it?
Unexpected.
That was brilliant.
Guys, don't tell you I don't get you things.
Yeah, that's Matt's Christmas present to every Rotherham fan who watches this.
Yeah, exactly. Amazing. Thank you to Alison for coming on. Thanks to Dan for coming on. Thank you to everybody who's listening and watching. We're not even done. I'll be honest with you. We're only one round into a 4 or 5 round quiz here, so we've got loads of time. This is a proper bumper Christmas episode. Ben, you haven't said a word. I've got to ask again. Are you all right?
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but I don't know. I don't know.
He's starstruck.
Yeah, I don't know. It was just, starstruck. I guess.
Yeah, there you
go. Yeah. Unexpected things are meant to happen at Christmas. If there's one day a year, things are meant to go strange. It's Christmas, so here we are.
There you go.
Right, let's do another round, at least another couple of rounds, and then at some point we will have to properly. I think. Do you think we've covered Accrington? Do you think there's anything more we need to mention on that?
I think so. We were hoping to have Andy Holt on tonight from Accrington, but unfortunately that hasn't panned out. So hopefully we will get him on. Andy Holt, the chairman of Accrington, did agree to come on, but unfortunately we've not been able to get it arranged. So hopefully we'll be able to get him on at some stage.
The next episode, the next time we play.
Yeah, have a chat with him because there's one or two things Accrington wise that would be nice to hear from him about, and also just football in general related. It would be nice to get his views on.
Yeah. So I hope everybody got 4 out of 4 from the first round. You should.
I didn't get the Ben Wiles bit.
Disappointing. That's why
I'm being honest. I'm being honest, aren't I?
Yeah. This quiz is all about honesty because there's no prizes. It's all about honesty. If there were a prize, we'd police it better. But
like the quizzes that they do in the hospitality boxes, like you get a big sheet of paper and you have to write down a question. Everyone just cheats anyway. See them all with phones out and everything.
Yeah. The rest of these questions are quite difficult. So to get 100%, you will have to cheat. So don't cheat, everybody. And let us know what you got. If anybody's playing along, let us know what you got. If you listen to the podcast, let us know what you got. When you listen to the podcast, in a week's time when you finally got to the end of the episode, let us know what you thought about it. So apologies for being such a long one. The first question, this is General Miller's, so general knowledge of Rotherham United. The first one is, what is our current league position? Now, this is an easy one. I know it's an easy one, but how often do we get to say we're in that position?
Can we have a bonus point if it's positioned within the entire football pyramid?
I can't give bonus points, I'm afraid.
Well, I tried.
The next ones will gradually get more difficult. We'll give you the answers round by round as well. So, I'll give you all the answers to this one and so on and so on. General Millers, what was the name of the Football League trophy when we won it in 1996? Again, for most people my age, they will get it. Ben's age may struggle, even though we did a special.
I got it.
If you've watched my vlog of the Doncaster game, you should know as well.
Yeah. Danny, what are you drinking? Is that port?
No, it's a gin mixer. I've stolen some of my mum's Christmas gin and I've mixed it with Tango Dark Fruit and it's really nice. Can't stop drinking it. It's right nice.
Excellent. Christmas is also the time for making up drinks as well.
Exactly. Before anyone says, no, it's not coming on the bus with Accrington with me. So if Dave Scrivens is watching, don't worry, I'm not drinking up this on the bus anyway.
Not that, no.
Not this.
No, we've had Victor and Bar last one. You know, if they're just warming up and see us and just come and chat to us, it'd be mad.
That'd be sick.
Well, you've also got a bit of man COVID at the minute. They'll not be coming that close at the minute.
Well, you know what I mean.
Question 3 of this round is: when were the last time we won the league? When was the last time we were champions of a league?
Oh, wow.
I told you. Some of these are difficult. Some of these are good.
Are you giving us any range?
Why would I? We've won the league 3 times in our history, I think it is. Pick one of those.
I can't remember.
Quizzes are meant to be quite difficult. I know if anybody out there is concerned for Ben's mental capacity, he is a kid.
No, I'm not having that. I've got more mental capacity than everyone combined on this. I'm not having that.
Oh, Ben, people have been missing you. I tell you
now. You might have playbook things that I have to learn. I'm not having that.
Did Mick tell you we had somebody asking where you were? Asking where Ben is?
Yeah, a couple of times.
Yeah.
Anyway. Couple of times.
What can I say? Rockstar.
Gerald, another one. When was the first time we were league champions? What season? This is quite difficult.
I've got this in my mind. I think I've seen it on Football Manager.
Yeah. There is a Football Manager question later on as well. If you're
no,
all your fans out there, it's all linked. The final one for this round is: how many permanent managers have we had? Now, this is according to Soccer Base. So if it's wrong, blame Soccer Base.
Jesus Christ, how many permanent Jesus?
What classes as permanent?
Not caretaker. So, for example, John Brecken was caretaker for a game in like the 70s or 80s. That doesn't
Steve Evans
count.
will be a permanent manager.
Steve Evans will be, if Paul Warne hadn't become permanent manager, he wouldn't have classed as he would have been a caretaker.
Oh, Jesus. But
are we having a numbers race, it's like within 5 sort of thing? Or
I will give you within 3.
Within 3? that's not too bad.
Are we seeing from 1925?
Yeah, from Rotherham United. Yeah, not the town and county.
I think I've got a good number.
I hope it's a number. It might not be a good one, but it's certainly a number. I hope. Right,
everyone in my chat saying that's an horrible question, Matt.
It is a horrible question. You can't have all these. You've got to have some really difficult ones. Somebody's going to get.
We've gone from current league position to how many permanent managers have we had? That's exceptional.
This next round is Rotherham at Christmas. So these are all questions, basically. I could only find 4 questions. But anyway. When Rotherham United last played on Christmas Day in 1948 away at Hull, did we win? So it's 50-50. Did we win?
Was it Hull? Did you say Hull away?
Yes.
1948?
1940 was the last time we played on Christmas Day. Mick remembers that, I think.
That like. You played, didn't you? You played?
No, I went. My playing. I was injured that week.
I now realise I said I was going to give you the answers after the round. I haven't, so we'll do the Christmas round. I'll give you the answers, and then we'll come on. The last time we played on Boxing Day was against Shrewsbury in 2019, which was a 2-1 win. Michael Smith got the win in 90-something minute. Who got the first goal?
I think I know that one.
Oh,
I didn't go. So
what? You did go?
I didn't go. Did I go?
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Yes, you did.
Did I?
Yes.
You can ask again.
Yeah. Rotherham United have been top at Christmas 3 times in our history. Out of those 3 times, how many times have we gone on to get promoted?
So not winning league, just promoted.
Just promoted. So these are questions that are difficult, but I'm giving you, I'm giving a helping hand, aren't I? So don't whine and moan, Ben. And the last one you'll not get, but I'll ask it anyway. Who from the current first team squad has the birthday closest to Christmas?
Ooh.
Good luck, Ben.
Why are you asking me?
I'm asking
I
everybody.
know Johnson Clark Harris has the same birthday as me.
Your birthday's in
Yeah,
July.
don't play for us.
Not anybody.
Yeah.
You don't play for us,
Clark
and it's not near Christmas. Other than that, well done, mate.
I mean, it couldn't be further away from Christmas, I don't think.
It's almost as far away as it possibly could be, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going to run through the answers to the general Millers round. So general Millers, first the round before we've just done. Our current league position is first. If somebody hasn't got that, let us know because we will send help. What was the name of the Football League trophy in 1996 when we won it, Michael?
Auto
glass
windshield.
windshield.
Yeah.
I cannot accept auto glass because
No!
there was also an auto glass, so we can't accept that. It has to be auto windscreen shield.
Me.
Oh,
Sorry, Ben.
Auto glass wind. I put auto glass windshield. Oh no. I meant I had in my head wing glass shield.
I also think if you watch watch Danny's vlogs, they're 2 different companies. They sound the same, but they are 2 different companies.
2 different trophies as well.
Exactly. The last time we were league champions, who wants to have a bash at that one?
I don't want to say, man. I guess it's wrong.
I said 98.
No, Ben, I'm afraid not. Michael?
I have no idea. I've gone 1968.
Are you having a laugh?
Yeah. I don't know, mate.
You don't. This is not the answer, but you don't remember the 80-81 team that won the league?
I didn't think they won the league. I thought they came second.
Okay.
There is a video on YouTube that shows us winning the league, mate.
Yeah, I know, but
You were alive as well. You were the only one alive.
Then you were there.
I was there.
Anyway, forgetting Ben's memory. Danny, please say.
I said 81, didn't I?
Give some knowledge.
Is it 1989-90?
It's not. But you've
No!
It's 88-89.
Oh, bloody hell. I knew it was around the end of the 80s. God damn it.
I'm sure you know this one, Danny. When was the first time we were league champions?
1950-51.
There you go. And the last one, which, if anybody gets this right, very, very good, but we will go away for 3. We have, up to date, up to Paul Warren, we've had 32 permanent managers.
28, bloody hell.
Any of you two get it?
That's
Close to it?
68. Yeah.
68.
Yeah. We just move on.
Mick,
I was the closest out of us for, I'll say that. Well, apart
I
from
put,
that,
I put 63.
I worry about people. People who watch this podcast, these people doing this Rotherham United podcast, don't know about Rotherham United.
Oh, I do.
I tried to work out, and I still was more than double away. So
anyway, Mills at Christmas. The last time we played Christmas Day, 1948, away at Hull. Did we win?
Yes.
Nick?
Yeah.
Danny?
I've said no.
We didn't. We lost 3-2 to Hull.
Yes!
I've got one question right.
Oh, brilliant. And Mick, you were very confident on this next one. Our last box was away at Shrewsbury. You said you knew it. In 2019, 2-1 win. Michael Smith scored the winner, which was amazing. Who got the first?
I said, I think I know it.
Go on.
And I think it was Richard Wood.
Oh, no. He did score at Shrewsbury, but the 2 seasons prior.
It wasn't Joe Mattock, was it?
It was
Sit
Joe
there.
bloody Matic. Danny's
Yes,
on a roll
get
here.
it.
Oh, I've got one question right.
Come on, Ben. You've got a chance for this next one. Millers have been top 3 times at Christmas. How many times out of those 3 did we end up getting promoted?
3.
No.
Oh my god.
Oh, Danny? Is it
1,
3?
maybe.
Mick?
2.
2.
Ah.
In 1951, 88, 89. In 1948, 49, we were top at Christmas, finished second, but only 1 went up.
Oh, that's
That's where
rubbish.
I've got me 3 from. Right, okay. Because I said all 3. I was too
And the
confident.
final, we've got 2 more rounds after this one, so people, stay with us. Who from the current first team squad has a birthday closest to Christmas? Ben, come on. I believe in you.
Victor?
What have you got? No. Is that just because he's from Scandinavia? You think he's close to Lapland? He must be born near Christmas.
It's from Land of Reindeer. It's till born around Christmas.
I didn't even think of that. I thought I just
He's got a
thought,
beard.
Yeah,
Beard.
I don't even know.
Mick?
I've gone for Hakeem Adolphin.
It's not a dolphin. Danny?
I've put Ollie Rathbun down just as a guess.
It's Julie Bowler.
Okay.
He is. I think I haven't written the date down. I think it's the 1st of January or something like that. I should have written it down, to be honest with you, but I didn't. So you'll be right. If anybody's watching on YouTube, on Facebook, I'd like to know your scores if you can. So far, if you're not, don't worry about it. Enjoying it, Ben. I can see from Ben. It's furious, isn't it?
Fake.
It's fixed, not fixed. You can tell you're playing American sport when something goes against you. It's rigged against you. I'm going to try and keep this under 90 minutes, which means we've got around 8 or 9 minutes. If it goes over, I'm sorry, but we're going to try and keep it under. So the next round is goal scorers. Rotherham United goal scorers.
No.
This one you should all get because we've mentioned this a few times on the podcast. Who is the current top Rotherham United goal scorer of the current century?
The current century. So that's from
Current
2000.
Yes.
Have we?
What? Have we what?
Have we mentioned that? I don't remember mentioning that.
You have mentioned it, yeah.
It's got to be this. It's got to be this guy. It has to be.
Craig and Sean in my chats in answer to the question who was the biggest goal scorer in the last century. They've put extra time and penalties as our top goal scorer in the last century.
Next one. Who was the top scorer in the 2017-18 season, which is the one we went to win the playoff final, with Richard Wood scoring the 2 goals at Wembley? That's that season.
Who's
Who was
the top scorer?
That's right.
Is that in all competitions?
No, I think it's league. I haven't checked it.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's league. I think I might be both actually. But Mitchell Dimbleby is beating you, Ben. I think my 2 little girls who were asleep would be beating you as well, to be honest. But
This guy's got to be.
You just go and check. They're probably there with phones out, little pen, just pulling on the sheets like that.
Next one. Who was the last player, Aston Villa United player, to score a league hat-trick?
Ooh, league hat trick.
Now, obviously, Kieran Slavia got one in the pizza trophy. Even though it's a league format, that doesn't count towards this one. So he's the last one to get one all for all. But he's not the answer. Is the clue. Next one. Who scored Rotherham United's first ever goal at Wembley?
Oh,
Again, Nick should know that. He was there.
I've got at least one of them right.
Well done.
Thank you.
Where are we? Final one for the goal scoring round. Which player was the second division top scorer in 1981-82? Which Rotherham
Oh, you're having a laugh.
was top scorer in the 81?
Sorry. Say the question again, Matt.
Which player was the divisional top scorer in the 1981-82 Division 2 season? I've written the question very badly, but it was.
If you've handwritten it, Matt, I'm surprised you can read it, to be honest.
No, it's on a laptop. It's on a laptop.
No,
Don't worry about it. If you've seen this, then this is what happens in this. Things start going wrong for him, so he just starts throwing little jibes at.
Go on, there's answers, Matt.
Answer to that. So the first one, top scorer of the current century, you should all have got Adam Lafondra.
Yeah.
58 goals. Michael Smith is coming up to that, and will hopefully get this season. Who was the top scorer, in the 2017-18 playoff winning season? Benjamin. Come on.
I said Smith, but I got a feeling he didn't even play for us then.
He signed in January to replace Kiefer Moore.
Kiefer Moore. No! Oh!
Who top scored with 13.
Wow, in 6 months is ridiculous. That.
It went in 6 months, wasn't it?
In 6 months. 3, 4 months.
Who was the last player to score a league hat trick?
I put Kiefer Moore for this one, but I know you're not putting.
I think I've just sussed who it is because I've put Kiefer Moore as well, but I think it's wrong. It's Leif Recklington, isn't it?
Leif Recklington.
No!
Bloody hell!
I had Recklington down. I changed it because I thought,
The best thing about a quiz is to see people get angry because they got it wrong. It's amazing. Mick, did you get that one?
No, I put Freddie. I thought Freddie had scored one.
No, he's got a couple of braces. He hasn't got a hat trick yet. You're terrible.
I knew it were a bit suspect to have the same answer back to back, and it's like, anyway, moving on.
Who scored Rotherham United's first goal at Wembley? Mick, I know you know this one.
Sean Goater.
No.
He set it up. He got the assist.
Yeah.
Nick,
got a point for that.
Nigel Jemson.
Nigel Jemson started the tradition of when you score at Wembley for Rotherham, you get 2.
Yeah.
And the last goal scoring question: which player was the divisional top scorer in the 81-82 season for Rotherham United? Danny, I'll give you a first crack on this one.
I've put Ronnie Moore.
Okay, Ben.
I put Miller Mick too.
Wonderful. Mick.
I probably were because I kicked and headed every ball. I think I'm torn between Ronnie and Rodney Fern.
We can't pick both.
I've gone for Ronnie.
You've gone for the right option, Ronnie Moore. He actually beat out Gary Lineker to the title of that Golden Boot in that season.
Right, I'm going to tweet him now saying that.
I'm certain he knows that. So that's that. You should have, if you've got full marks, you'll have 19 points up to this point. If anyone's got 19 points, you have definitely cheated. But we will see how it goes. So, final round. This is on the current lot of Millers. So the current squad of Rotherham players. We've got 6 questions, which will take up to 25 points. So the first question, in the current squad, who has the most appearances for Rotherham United?
In the squad?
In the current squad, yes.
Yeah.
A lot of these are thinkers. Yeah. A lot of these ones are thinkers. The second one is, you can narrow this down to 2, I think. Whose place of birth, again, according to Soccer Base and Transfer Market, is Gateshead? Come on, Ben. I believe in you to get some points. Like how Ben's been away for like 4 months or whatever it is, and all we've done is we've just berated him for not knowing anything.
Yeah.
This podcast. Let me out this thinking. I might want to be on this podcast. This is the one you've got to put up with if you want to do it. Bear that in mind. Who scored the first goal on our current unbeaten run? Ooh. So in the game after we lost last, who scored that goal? Who scored the first goal of that game for us, obviously? Now, again, this is one of those, if you think about it, you'll be able to work it out. You'll be able to work backwards. Ben won, obviously. I'm sorry, Ben. I'm not sorry. Mick's right annoyed.
I am. Because I don't know.
So this next one is even more of a thinker. Bear with me on this one. I might have worded it badly. So, who has more appearances in football? Is it Richard Wood or Reg, Icky, and Harding combined?
Ooh,
I'm quite proud of thinking of this one.
that is a thinker. You're making me use maths. I haven't done maths since year 11.
And 2 more left before we are done with this quiz and almost the episode. How many international appearances has Will Grigg made?
International.
Is that starter and substitute?
Yeah, caps, yeah, altogether, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, so
At senior level.
So him not playing counts?
No, you don't get a cap for being on bench.
So why did he say on bench?
He's in the match day squad and he's either started or come off the bench as a substitute.
Oh.
I didn't realise. That was one of the few questions I didn't think needed explaining, to be honest with you.
It's on your case tonight, Ben, isn't he?
And
Well, if you'd have come up last episode, which you were available for, you might have had this. So
Ooh,
I wasn't
shade.
available.
Oh, yeah.
I wasn't available.
Okay. Moving on. Final question of the 2021 Rotherham United Christmas quiz. According to Football Manager, who is the most expensive Rotherham player at the start of the game? If you start it up afresh. This year. Football Manager 2022. If you load up the game and go to look in the Rotherham squad, whose value is the highest? Now, I don't have the game, so I have used the Yorkshire Post as a reference because they did an article on this. So if they're wrong, again, blame them. You go on, Ben.
I'm pretty confident I've got it because he's been the most expensive last year and year before. So
Okay, yeah, that's good.
I'll
That's
just
good logic.
give everybody a clue.
If they football manager, if they haven't played Football Manager, then that won't help them.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Stop helping people.
Yeah.
So, Danny, back on the answers. Who has the most appearances in the current Rotherham United squad? What do you think, Danny?
Well, it's between Woody and Matic. And I don't think Matic's gone over 200 yet, so I'm going to go Woody.
Okay. Ben, come on.
I went Matic.
Did you? Nick?
I went Matic.
It is Matic.
Oh.
I know, because he's got over... He's near... I remember talking about it a couple of years ago about him, comparing him to...
Stop.
Hurst.
I'll tell you before you say anything that's wrong. He's got 209. I think Woody's now in 201
Oh.
or 202. So it is very close. Ben's got another point. Well done, mate. Whose place of birth? Mick, I'll let you have this one. Is Gateshead.
I think I've got this wrong. I'm going for Smithy. I'm going for Smudge.
Danny?
I think it's between Smith and Barlaser, but I've gone for Smith.
Ben?
I went Smith.
Oh, you're all wrong. It is Dan
My
Barlaser.
bar should scribble it out. I don't know if you can see that.
Can I just stop you right there?
Go on. Yeah, go on.
It's Dan Barlaser.
That's the Barlaser?
Yes.
Barlaser.
Just point it out. Just for clarity.
Barlaser.
Don't want you getting involved.
It's been 3 years. I'm going to do it, but it's going to take some getting out of my system, saying it wrong. Barlaser.
Don't worry, I'll be there to correct you.
I'm sure you will. Michael Smith, according to the Wikipedia soccer base, is from Wallsend. Born in Wallsend.
I'll have to get him on the podcast and ask him that if it's right.
It's basically just Newcastle, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think. It's like saying you were born in Kimberworth, but you're from Rotherham. You're from Rotherham. So
I mean, he couldn't be born in Kimberworth, but yeah.
I think some people in my chat might disagree with you there, Matt.
Yeah. If you put Michael Smith for that answer, I'm worried that you might not have got this next one right.
Oh,
correct.
Yeah, I put Smith for his goal against Lincoln.
There you go. Michael Smith did score the first goal of our current unbeaten run. Again, this is way back in September.
September 14th.
Yeah, crazy. My favourite question of the quiz: who has the most appearances in football? Richard Wood or Reg, Icky, and Harding combined? Ben, it's a 50-50. You've got a good chance of getting this one. What are you saying?
Oh, thank God it was frozen. I thought it was just being awkward.
yeah,
Then.
mine was frozen. What did you say?
What's the answer to question 4?
Put Woody.
Okay, Nick?
I put Woody.
Danny?
Yeah, I went Woody as well.
Woody. That's right. Woody has 573, according to Soccerbase. Reg, Icky, and Harding have 514. So it's fairly close, but you know.
Yeah. Oh, I did my math wrong, but I still got a question right. Because I did Rotherham appearances, like added them all together. And it's like there's no way it's over 200. So I did my maths wrong, but I still got it right.
Seems fair.
How many international appearances will Greg make? This could be a scale of 1 to anything. Mick, what did you put?
I've gone for 17.
Okay. Danny?
I've gone for 23.
Ben?
I went for 9 because I don't think he's their first choice striker.
Ben is closest.
World Cup. I know he played at World Cup, but I don't think he's their first choice.
13.
Did I get points being closest?
No.
Not really, because I was 4 away and all.
Oh, yeah.
No, 10 away. Sad.
He scored twice. So not as many goals you think he would go for an all-down, to be honest. But
Somebody went World Cup, though, against best keepers in world. Best
Euros, but I don't think they were.
Oh, Euros.
I don't think he scored in Euros. I might be wrong. Ben, you were fairly confident on the final one. Who is the most expensive player when you start up for FM 2022?
Is it Wiles?
It is Ben Wiles. Very good. According to Football Manager, he is worth... Do you want to have a guess how much he's worth?
5.3.
Not quite. But not far off. 4.5 million, according to Football Manager.
So they've undervalued him then.
Undervalued by about 4 million, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. No wonder
Johansson's
Stuart's asking for silly money.
Johansson is worth quite a lot in that game, yeah.
He's got very good potential.
Yeah, he's young, isn't he?
And he's good.
So, we're going to end it there because we have gone on for so long. I am really sorry to everybody. So, thank you, everybody who has participated in the quiz. While we're wrapping up, if anybody's watching wants to tell us about that, what you got, we'd be interested to know.
I got 14. I'm right disappointed. I'm blaming it on the gin.
I didn't ask Mick. How many did you get?
I've no idea. I lost count, mate. Not many. 3 or 4. 3 or 4, maybe. 5. No,
what kind
not
of
many.
person participates in a quiz and doesn't keep score?
It's just for the fun of it, mate. It's all about the fun. It's Christmas.
It's all about taking part, isn't it?
Exactly.
It's not
Is
about
that
winning.
including the anagrams, Danny?
No, including the anagram, sorry. 17 then.
Ben? Single figures?
Great.
That's not bad, to be fair.
So, yeah.
We included anagrams. 3 of them were given to me. So, one I already knew.
You're not meant to claim ones that are given to you. That's part of the honesty. Anyway, we've gone on. So, an hour and 40 minutes we've been here. Thank you, everybody, for watching. If you've put up with this long, you deserve a Christmas. You deserve all the Christmas meat you're going to eat. So we will back on Boxing Day. Boxing Day morning, Victor Johansson will be there. We'll be there. We'll be at Accrington. If you want to listen to Victor Johansson, subscribe to iTunes. Or if you want to watch him, you can also watch it on YouTube. Subscribe on there as well, because it's a great. It's like 48, 49 minutes, something like that. It's probably not far off. Cover most of your journey to Accrington. If you're listening in the car or on the coach or whatever, it's brilliant. It's a great laugh. So listen to that. We'll be back sometime in Christmas for the preview of Accrington, preview of Lincoln. We will keep abreast of all COVID notifications. You know, if we have to go into lockdown, can't go to games, we'll then put more stuff out to get more involved and things like that. Thank you, everybody who has listened and watched us throughout the year. This is our 200th video to go onto YouTube. So thanks to all who have watched. Some of them, all of them, some of them. We appreciate it. Thanks to Alison Barlaser and Dan Barlasser for coming on and correcting my pronunciation for your name, because mine is terrible. Those are amazing. Like Dan said, hopefully we'll get him back on at some point in the next couple of weeks, much like we've done with the Victor one. Merry Christmas. I hope you have an amazing Christmas. see all the family you need to eat. Eat what you want to eat, drink what you want to drink on Christmas Day. And then start your diet in January if you fancy it. If you don't fancy it, just keep eating until next Christmas. Ben, you've got the face of Christmas joy. Thank you for being with me today.
I'm just tired.
Christmas special. We've been going a long time, mate. That's why people listening to this are tired. Danny, it's been a pleasure to have you with us for our first Christmas special. Thank you very much, mate.
Yeah, it's been great. Loved it. I mean, Bar Lasser coming on was a great surprise. His mum was brilliant to talk to about something that people don't normally think about really in football. You know, the parents side of it. Bit annoyed at me at the quiz, but I'll blame the gin for that one. And I'm hearing great things on my Away Day chat as well. They've loved it. So thank you very much for listening, everybody. And I'll see you all on Boxing Day.
Yeah, we'll see you all Boxing Day. Mick, Michael.
Hopefully, yeah.
We will. Positivity.
Absolutely.
Positivity.
Absolutely.
Phil Ronson, have a great Christmas. See you at Accrington. Harvey Kellick, have a good Christmas while you can. We will all be there at Accrington. I'm sure we will. If you want to say hello, give us a tap on the shoulder. We'll say hello. If you want to stay as far away as possible, I understand. Merry Christmas, and we will see you on Boxing Day. Thank you.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, guys. Bye.
Freddie's on one-on-one. Freddie Shoot can take a shot. Yeah!